All right.
Okay.
Warm up, we're gonna do probably just 15 minutes of taking people through some of the body weight flow sections that we have, because that can be hard to understand if you're on the website and you don't see the progressions. A lot of this has to do with just like variations of difficult poses, push-ups, isometrics. The isometric progressions are a little bit harder to understand, so we'll like just talk about the idea behind them, but we'll use that as the warm-up. This mostly starts from a base of a third wheel squat, and then we explore like ankles, hips, and then shoulders, spine, in different ways that we can use basically like body weight variations of loading to express extreme amounts of strength or dynamic movement. The actual workout, FYT, since it's Thursday, we're gonna do teams of 5. So, the team thing is interesting. Obviously, like everybody has team training, we're very specific about how we set it up. Who does team training here frequently? Yeah. Perfect. The reason to do it is obvious. You can increase intensity quite a bit. So you have to really watch it, but also the kind of teams that you put together will dictate the sensation that you get out of it. So the more people on a team, generally speaking, as long as the parameters are set up correctly, the more you'll get to a like very intense, in this case, 5-to-1 work rest ratio. So you're generally looking for how to split up the work rest ratio based off of the amount of people that are on the team. And then you can derive kind of little constraints within the structure of the training session in order to make people go longer if you want. But if I wanted it to be more of a feeling of, say, like a grindy workout over a long period of time, you would go for like pairs. The more people I add to it, the more rest that's naturally going to be built in. The other way to kind of subvert that is to require that somebody has compromised rest. So then you can start, feeling like, oh, if people want to work the entire time, like I want people to be kind of fatigued the whole time, then you can layer in one person working, one person holding, and you'll fatigue that team together. The second I inject any kind of rest, you can expect intensity to come out. And that's how we just derive team training workouts. That we're pretty good at like filling in where the people will game it, because our gym is full of cheaters. Everybody's always trying to cheat all the fucking time.
It's not that they're cheaters, it's that they're in the military.
They will try to fit game everything so that they can get away from not doing work, which we like because we just want to make it so that you fall into these traps. That's a lot of the time why we pick skis, like the machine work, because people can't get away from the workload. A calorie is a calorie. If your technique sucks, awesome. You start adding in like body weight squats, and because of the intensity and because the drive to beat somebody else is so high, you start seeing very like poor quality movement patterns. And that's not somebody trying to cheat. That's somebody's like internal instinct taking over and overriding their need for quality movement. They start cutting it short, and because the intensity is so high, it kind of feels like you're doing the real thing because the acidity builds up in the legs. You think that your squat is good. You think that your push-up is fully extended, and it ends up being like some weird thing. That's why like we have those things, but you'll notice like, why do they always choose these movements? Because you can't cheat them. They're task accomplishment. So the workout in teams of 5, so 2 teams, you'll start with a 100-calorie ski, 100-calorie bike. So it's a chipper, so you finish one before the other. Every transition between team members, so before you get back on the machine, you have to do one body over bar. That's supposed to be bar.
Oh, damn, I was hoping you pulled that out.
That just change everything.
So, one body over bar. So that's however you want to do it. It can be muscle up style, it can be whatever. It's just that's the goal. I don't care if you climb up, like we have some people who can't pull themselves up. That's okay. Like, is it technical? No. Does it still cause a huge oxygen deficit? Yes. So I was wondering about doing this as what I've been testing. I want to see if I haven't done one on my torn bicep yet, so it's
goody.
fine. We'll figure it out. But the interesting part about it is like if I ever run into an issue, I can still figure out a way to get over the bar. It would just cost me more energy, which is like the actual point of this. So this is the first segment. 100 calorie ski, 100 calorie bike. Each team can choose how they accomplish the 100 calories on each machine. So if you want like fast sprints, fast transitions, that's fine. You just have to pay for it. And you'll find a sweet spot. There's an answer to this. I won't like ruin the surprise. There's a natural answer, and it has to do with what this total is, generally speaking. The bigger the total, the longer the efforts will tend to be, and the higher the cost to transition on like a machine, the longer the interval will be. So if I pick a rower, completely different transition style, because it costs you 8 seconds or something like that each time, so people will change their effort. It's like, this is actually what drives an interesting part of it. Now, after each 100 calorie ski, 100 calorie bike, you'll do a run as a team, so it's a group effort. So as everybody finishes the 100 calorie bike, everybody will have to run 15 laps. That being said, the person who finishes fastest can start on the next segment. So you don't have to finish as a team, just the entire team. Each member has to finish 15 laps before they help with the 200 calories. Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense? Next one, we go 200 calorie ski, 200 calorie bike. Every transition costs 2 body over box. Not difficult, just a little bit of an interrupt, so you have to think about how you're transitioning. And then a 10 lap run as a team. And then the last segment, 300 cal ski, 300 cal bike. Every transition is 3 burpees to a target. This is also because we're always seeing like the laziest movement ever, especially in the last segment. It's just a way to require get your chest to the ground and then touch the bar. Even if you're like flopping on the floor like a dead fish, it doesn't matter. At least we got a task accomplishment out of it. And then it will finish with a 5 lap team run. The time is concluded when the last person finishes.
Can you do the ski and bike at the same time?
No, it's chipper style. So one before the other.
And it is, those are not two options, 100 calorie ski and then 100 calorie bike.
Both. Yeah, you're doing both. Yeah. So you'll go 100 calorie ski into 100 calorie bike. The transition cost is always the same for these two.
Yeah, and the transitions, it's not ascending, it's not on your
No,
second transition.
no, it's just one at a time. Yeah, that's because we look at total
makes sense.
time spent.
Yeah.
I don't know what this can be extrapolated as basically a mile-ish, maybe a little bit farther. So a mile run as a team. So this is like an 8-minute thing, cut it by 30, maybe 9 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes. So already I'm up to like 18 to 20 minutes average. And then I start looking at 100 calories on a team, on a ski. That's easily done in like 4-minute segments. So this is 8 minutes. I start just adding up the time that it'll be, or total load. Right here we have 1,200 calories required. A team can get 1,200 calories done in an hour, just because the intensity can be so high, especially teams of 5. Then you add in that, we're over an hour, probably under 90 minutes. Then we kind of know what it will do. Right? So if you plan for that, so kind of what we talked FD about last night, it's like, it's not 100 calorie ski, right? It's an hour and 90 minutes of work. So if you come out like it's 100 calorie ski, you're not going to make it 90 minutes. Like this is the most important part of being on a team, is pacing correctly. Now you can go harder because you have rest periods built in. It's not 90 minutes of exact work, but we still have that scale where how many like we used to talk about in cycling is like you have a matchbook, right? How many matches you can burn before you're like,
I'm on my last match.
I'm on my last match. Don't be that moment where somebody goes, oh, that was the last one. Like I can't hit red line again because now I'm bombed. And they will be reduced down to basically a worthless effort. If you do that here, your team is not going to like you very much. It'll be fine because everybody's just going to join in the effort. I would suggest also a lot of people love to get into like equal effort. They're like, okay, you do 20 seconds, you do 20 seconds, you do 20 seconds, and then you just cycle this ability. I would
No.
say that's a bad strategy, right? Equanimity in this is not the advantage way to do it. The most advantage way to do it is to have somebody give an equal effort, and the time period that they can give an equal effort is the time period that they can help the most. So the effort is the equalizer, right? So if somebody is like, Erin doesn't weigh as much as me on the ski, I can outpower her on the ski. We both want to see kind of peak power that we can sustain over and over again. She's going to be less time than me, and that will give me the opportunity to like use my fitness to get more fit and use her fitness for her to get more fit. Make up for your weak players, because otherwise it's a sufferfest, right? Make sense to everybody? Any questions?
On the body of bar, would a teammate assist, or if they
No,
can't,
just use the
climb up?
cage. Yeah. Because honestly, like people will get kicked in the face, and it becomes more of like a liability. Like people are not coordinated when they're tired.
Right.
So yeah, you start helping somebody, and you help them, and then they on their back.
Yep.
Know what I mean? Yeah, do it yourself.
What kind of bike are we using?
Or
Air.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the road bikes.
You don't like the assault bikes?
I like the assault bike. I don't like the road bike. It
Yeah,
doesn't
the
have
Echo.
good feel.
The eco bike.
It's like Echo bike. Yeah. It has this like
Yeah.
weird.
It's for wider people.
Yeah, it just like feels, I don't know, clunky. It doesn't make, and it doesn't have rollover, which means you don't get a good like, I don't know. It doesn't feel natural, and I don't like that feeling. It makes me feel like I'd rather not do it. It feels like I'm on an elliptical.
It's actually easier, that bike.
The Echo? Yeah, the assault bike is stingy, but it's a correct spacing for paddling, and it's geared too high. Like I don't like the gearing either. There's almost nothing that you would go that hard and only see 70 RPMs at. That's hard on the joints. It's like a different conversation. But I tend to like the assault bike better for like under an hour. And if it gets over an hour, I choose a biker because then I can change the RPM. Yeah, and it's a little bit more fair. So that's the only reason. I do like the assault bike. That, to be fair, like I choose it a lot just because I'm good at it. But that's the only reason. I tend to choose things I'm good at. Yeah. Any other questions? All good?
Is there anyone that can do a body over box or bar? Body over bar?
We have different height of bars where you can.
Yeah. There's like steps out there. Like you can put
You guys good?
It's pretty easy.
Let me see. Yep.
We'll choose to out there. So let's get out under the canopy and we'll warm up a little bit. Yeah.